But we'll go ahead and get started. So hope you all are doing well on this Tuesday. I was doing a little reading this morning and found a theme for our class today that I really liked. It's talking about practicing at the edge and finding your edge. And there's a quote here by Michael Lee that I want to read you to help guide us through our practice today. So things really start to happen when you learn how to hold a yoga posture at a place of neither too much nor too little stretch. Too far back from the edge is boredom and atrophy. Too far out is injury. Unless you find your edge, there is no growth, no learning, and no change. So we'll be keeping that in mind today as we move throughout our practice and our flow. And not only just when we're holding the postures, but also when we're entering and releasing postures. How can we find the edge throughout the entire sequence, throughout our entire practice? So we'll start in a comfortable seat. Go ahead and close the eyes, relax the shoulders, and lengthen the spine. And take a deep breath in through the nose, filling all the way up to the top. Exhale down the spine to the base of the pelvis. Circulating the breath, sending oxygen to the body to wake up and to feel connected. And sometimes finding our edge means backing off a little bit. And other times finding our edge means pushing ourselves a little bit deeper. And we're really the only one to know what that edge looks like, feels like. And every day our edge will be a little different. So let's try our best today to honor where we're at and to find our edge today on this Tuesday. And take another deep breath in. And deep breath out. And then slowly open your eyes. On the inhale, reach your arms up. Now on the exhale, we're just gonna fold forward, stretching into the low back. You have one foot in front of the other. And press your hands down into the ground. And slowly start to walk yourself back up. Switch your opposite foot in front. It probably feels a little tighter in that knee and hip. So inhale, reach arms back up. And exhale, hinge forward. And maybe your edge is a little different on this side, since it's not the natural way for you to sit. Go ahead and slowly come back up to your seat. Let's do a few rounds of Ujjayi breath to get started for our practice. So Ujjayi is also known as victorious breath or oceanic breath. You can actually start with it in and out of the mouth so you could hear. So it's just a slight constriction in the throat. You can feel the breath and hear the breath as it goes in and as it goes out. Imagining the ocean waves. Once you do it a few times in and out of the mouth, try the same sensation through the nose. Ujjayi is a warming breath to the body, but it's also a conscious breath that helps us stay present because we can hear it, but we can also feel it down the throat. Let's keep that Ujjayi breath going as we move into our tabletop position on hands and knees. And we'll start with a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. And keep moving with your breath. And notice your spine. Where does it stretch really easily? Where does it feel tight? And with the ocean waves of the breath, you can also imagine waving the spine. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale. Come back to tabletop. Move your hands up to the top of your mat. Grip with your fingertips, tuck all 10 toes under. And lift up and back for your down dog. Then one knee and the other. Several times back and forth. Stretch your legs. You can even shift your hips a little side to side. So treat this down dog as a full body stretch. And when we come back to down dog through our practice, it's a resting pose, a place for you to reconnect with your breath and to check in with your body. And find some stillness in down dog. Press your heels down as you lift your sit bones high. Stay strong through the arms. Maybe shake your head out. Yes, no, side to side. And then breathe. Feel space being created in your vertebrae. And take another deep breath in. And deep breath out. And inhale, look forward, walk to the top of your mat. Find a halfway lift, hands on the shins. Maybe roll the shoulders up, back, and down a few times. And then stretch your neck, ear to shoulder, looking straight down. And keep your flat back, bring your head back to the center, and then tuck your chin in towards your collarbone. Stretching the back of the neck. Inhale, look forward, open the throat, stretch your jaw. A few times, tucking the chin, gazing forward. And then tuck the chin, and we'll look straight down so the neck is in line with the rest of the spine. Breathe into your hamstrings. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. A few breaths here at the bottom. Again, maybe you can shake the head out or bend and straighten the knees. You could grab opposite elbows if you like that cradle. Sway side to side.
Take another deep breath in and deep breath out. Release your arms, curl the spine up to standing. On the inhale, reach your arms up, full body stretch. Exhale into the heart, Anjali Mudra. Equal standing, equal balancing pose. Inhale, reach arms up. We'll start our flow. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Stretch the hips down as you look forward, lengthen the spine. Breathe into your right hip and then step back for a plank pose. You can lower to the knees if you'd like, just to warm up. Chaturanga, exhale down for cobra pose. Untuck the toes, lift the heart. Stretch your upper back. Exhale, release. Press up and back, downward facing dog. We press the heels down, chest back towards the thighs. We'll breathe in and breathe out. And look forward, left foot steps forward. Sink the hips for your lunge again. And then one big step forward as you fold. Curl the spine up, reach the arms high. Exhale into the heart. Other side, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back. Stretch, sink the hips, gaze forward. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra. You could also go into upward facing dog if you feel ready. Exhale, release, press back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Look forward, right foot steps, stretch the hips. Low lunge, step forward and fold. Curl and rise up, reach the arms. Exhale into heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot steps. Let's lift the arms for crescent lunge this time. Great place to play with your edge here. Today, do you need a straight back leg or do you need a little bend in the knee for your back? Inhale, maybe gaze up, little back bend. Exhale, hands down, step back plank, flow through. If you're in upward facing dog yet, the thighs and the kneecaps lift, and then you press back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Move your big feet together. We'll start to incorporate our three-legged dog. Lift the left leg high. Exhale, step left foot, top of the mat, lunge. Gaze forward. And then exhale, fold forward, top of the mat. Curl and rise up. Exhale into the heart. Other side, inhale. Reach, exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot steps back. Exhale, lift, crescent lunge. Couple deep breaths. And your edge may also deepen through your practice.
So give yourself ample time to warm up the body, and then you can deepen the poses later in your practice. Inhale, look up, open the chest, exhale, hands down, step back, and flow through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through. Low lunge, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Top of mat. Curl and rise up. Exhale into the heart. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Adding chair pose, inhale, reach arms. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. And we'll hold chair for about 5 breaths. Find your edge, squeezing the knees, engaging the glutes. Keep your arms reaching up, biceps by the ears. And feel heat for tapas being created in the body. Inhale. And exhale, fold, relax. Right foot steps back. Inhale up. Crescent lunge. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let's cactus the arms this time. Feel that nice stretch across your chest. Deep breath in. And exhale, release. Step back, flow through. Chaturanga to either cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step through. Low lunge, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Curl and rise up. Exhale to the heart. Take a breath to reset. Sometimes finding your edge is slowing down so you can stay connected to your breath as you move, as you flow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair pose again. Really draw the belly in. Ujjayi breath. One more inhale. And exhale, fold forward, straighten the legs. Left foot steps back. Crescent lunge, reach the arms. Exhale, cactus. Opening the chest. So can you give yourself a little back bend without hinging too much in your low back? So draw the belly in. And then lift through your heart. Squeeze back with your shoulders. And exhale, release. Flow through. Pressing back to down dog. Exhale. And lift your right leg high. Exhale, step through. Moving into warrior one, plant your back heel down. Go a little bit wider with your stance. Inhale, reach the arms up. Holding for about 5 breaths. Feel this stretch in your left calf. And take another breath. And then we'll interlace fingertips behind the back. Open the chest. Exhale, long spine. Humble warrior, right shoulder towards the right knee. Release hands down top of the mat. Shift your right foot to center and lift your left leg back behind you. Standing split. Maybe you can bow forward with the head. And kick your left leg higher. Good, inhale. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat again. Turn your foot 90 degrees down and windmill yourself open for warrior 2. You can pulse a couple times through the legs, but then I want you to find your edge. Where do you want to hold? And feel the strength of warrior through the legs, reaching out through the arms. And it doesn't have to be your deepest posture or your lightest. It can be kind of a place right in between where it's challenging to hold, but doable. We want yoga to be an enjoyable challenge. Take another breath. And straighten your front leg. Reach your right arm up for a reverse triangle. Then circle this right arm out in front of your face and kind of circle it around. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see on this side. Bring it down to your right shin and then reach your left arm up for triangle pose. Breathe into your right hip, inner thigh, and left side body. Another deep breath in. Then exhale, circle both hands down to the top of your mat. Move into a low lunge. And then we'll revolve low lunge by reaching the right arm high. Some of you will stay in this low lunge. Others may want to play with that edge and try to hook the left arm on the outside of the right knee and foot for a deeper twist. About 3 more breaths. Good. Release your twist. Step back plank. And flow through. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart opener. Exhale, downward facing dog. Three deep breaths here to reset. Then left leg lifts high on the inhale. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one on the other side. Ground through the feet before you rise up. Actively press your back heel down, outer edge of the right foot. And work towards a 90-degree bend in your left knee. And take another breath. And then we'll interlace behind the back to open the chest. And exhale, left shoulder on the inside of the left knee. Humble warrior. To find your edge here. And you stay in a deep bend through your left knee. And use your left shoulder to press into the leg. Feel your left hip crease. And release hands down top of the mat. Move your left foot to center and lift your right leg back behind you. Exhale, bow deeper with the head. Kick your right leg high. Inhale. Exhale, right foot steps back, turns open for warrior two. Right arm guides you up. And then find a place where you can hold. Lots of work through our left quad. So also use your right quad. Don't forget about your back leg in warrior two. And straighten your front leg. Reach the left arm high. And you'll be able to see a little better on this side. Circle your arm back behind you in front of the face. And circle it all the way down to the left shin. Start to stack back up as you reach the right arm for triangle. How is the quality of your breath? If it feels too restricted, you may be too deep. Or if it's not working hard enough, maybe you can go deeper. Circle this right arm down, both hands top of the mat into your low lunge. Inhale, left arm up for twists. Stay here, or if you hooked the right arm across for a deeper twist on the other side, try it on this side. Release. Step back for plank. And flow through. Lifting. And then exhale. Press back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, right leg high. Let's open the hip, bend the knee this time. And exhale, step through. Go back to your warrior one. Inhale, rise up. And this time, I'll give you an extra option. So you can interlace behind the back and bow forward again. Or you can work on your bind. When you bow forward, see if you can hook your right arm under your right leg and grab your hands behind the back at the right hip. Take another breath. Wherever you're at, release hands top of the mat, right foot to center. Inhale, lift to your standing split. Adding Shiva squats this time, breathe in. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, step back, plant the heel, open up for warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior this time, right arm high. Your side body stretch. Aiming for about 5 breaths per pose. On your last exhale, move into extended side angle. Again, maybe your edge is to take yourself deeper into a bind, or even just moving those right fingertips to the ground. But maybe it's not. Maybe that's not where you're supposed to be today. You can always stay on the forearm. Slowly release into a runner's lunge. Turn to the top of your mat. Move your right foot to the outer right edge of your mat. And we're gonna pulse our hips forward and back here. So on the inhale, move your hips back for a hamstring stretch. Lift the toes. Exhale, bend into runner's lunge. You should be able to do this without moving the heel. And try your best to keep the spine long by gazing forward. We'll do that one more time. And then stay in the low lunge and play with finding your edge here. Maybe that's to the forearms. You could also work on quad stretch. Right hand reaching back for the left foot. And come back up to your hands. And position your left hand a little bit in front of your left shoulder. Lift your back knee up, and we're gonna start to turn open for either this side lunge stretch for your right hip. So you can lift up and stay here. And work on breathing into your right hip. Or, so this is a nice variation for side plank. Or you can slide that right foot back, stack on top of the left, and go into full side plank. Again, working towards 5 full breaths. And then release. And you can flow through, or if you'd like to just hold a plank, low back is bothering you at all, this might be a better option. And then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Lift your left leg high, open the hip, bend the knee. And then exhale, step through. Preparing for warrior one again. Inhale. Exhale, either interlace behind the back or work on your bind, bringing the left arm underneath the left thigh. And try your best to keep your hips and your shoulders facing forward. Move their left hip back in space. And release your hands down. Left foot to center. Lift up for your standing split. Shiva squats. Breathe in. Exhale, curl. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Step back, plant the heel. Open up for warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, 5 breaths. Exhale to extended side angle. Again, finding your edge. So you're not bored with your practice. You're also not going to injure yourself. You can have fun and enjoy the challenge. Release your hands down on the inside of the left foot for runner's lunge. Inhale, move the hips back, lengthen the hamstring. Exhale, bend into the hip. And exhale into your place where you can hold. And come back up to the hands. Bring your right hand slightly in front of your right shoulder. Lift your back knee and start to turn the body open to the left. Staying in this variation, stretching the left hip. Or eventually slide that left leg back for side plank. After your fifth exhale, come into full plank. And this will be our last flow. Or you can skip it. And we'll all meet in down dog. And take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Lift your heels high. Bend the knees, look forward, either hop or step. Top of the mat. Lengthen. And then exhale, fold. Hug your arms around your legs. And take a couple breaths in forward fold. And curl up to standing. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale to heart center. And pause for a few breaths. Let the head rush go back down. And give yourself a moment to ground and center for some balancing. We'll work on eagle pose today. So a little bend into your knees. We'll start by wrapping the right leg around the left. You can either kickstand the toes, or maybe you can practice wrapping the toes all the way around. You could also get closer to a wall here if you want to work on finding that deeper squeeze. Inhale, reach arms. Exhale, right elbow under the left. And then you hook at the palms and squeeze everything together at midline as you sink deeper into your chair. Again, 5 deep breaths. Long enough to feel the hold, but not too long. When we start to lose it. And slowly release the legs. And then extend your right leg back behind you for airplane with eagle arms. Take another inhale. When we exhale, open the arms, fly the chest open. And return back to center. And take a breath. You can wiggle the legs out if you need to. And we'll switch to the other side. Left leg wraps around the right. Try to hook the toes around the ankle. And if you feel your hips rock off to the side, try to pull them back to center. And add your arms left under the right. 5 breaths. Squeeze. Release just the legs. Extend the left leg back behind you for airplane. Inhale. Exhale, fly the chest open. Come back to standing and pause. And feel the sensations from balancing, the challenge, but also that sense of relief. Ah, we're done. So keep your big toes together. We're gonna work on a toe balance. Lift your heels up. And slowly start to bend the knees. Nice stretch for the low back. We're going slow here. So 5 breaths will take you all the way down, hips to your heels. If your knees will allow you. If not, you can stay in balancing chair. And there's a couple different options from here. You can stay working on toe balance, great for your feet. You could have your knees go wide, stretch forward. Nice stretch for low back tension. Or you could work on your eagle pose, planting the hands, lift your knees to your armpits, and balance. Maybe if this is something that you usually don't try, maybe you could create a new edge today and just try it. And when you're ready to release and find a seat in child's pose, feet together, knees wide. Give yourself a few breaths to transition to your mat. And then exhale, bow forward. Use your arms to help stretch the hips. And slowly come back up. And we're gonna roll onto our back. Have your knees or your legs go wide to the corners of your mat. Roll down onto the back. And just take a breath to land here. But we're not relaxing fully quite yet. We're gonna add some abdominals. They call this starfish. You're gonna reach your arms to the corners, the legs to the corners. So you're in a full body stretch. Take a deep breath in, and then on the exhale, you're gonna try to curl up kind of to a boat pose. And then you extend back out. We'll do that 10 times. Some of you can curl all the way up. Others, your edge today may be keeping the back on your mat. And that's okay too. That's just as much work. And finish laying on the back, full body stretch. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then hug your knees into the chest. Little rock side to side across the low back. Circle the knees. Just take some time to massage. And we'll straighten both legs up to the ceiling. Reach the arms towards the feet. We'll inhale and exhale, crunch. Last one. Good. You can either keep the legs up in the air, drain some of that lactic acid, do a gentle inversion, which is anytime your feet are higher than your heart. You can even roll out the ankles, crunch the toes. And then we'll do one more set for abdominals. And release fingertips behind your head. Lift your head and shoulders, keep them lifted. Engage the abs. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. I like flexed feet. Try to relax your neck, head in the hands. One more side to side. And then relax, hug the knees in. Take a big breath. We'll move into a bridge pose. Place your feet down. Pelvic curl. Lift the spine. It may feel nice to do that spinal roll a few times. Pelvic tilt, curl and lift up. Exhale, curl down. And on the last one, we'll hold. And really any variation here that you'd like. You want to interlace the fingertips or lift the heels. You could also work on lifting one leg at a time. Or you can just work on staying still. Activating the correct muscles. So your glutes, your hamstrings, your arms. And then we're relaxing the other muscles, the face, and the belly. And slowly start to bring the hips back down. Do a little windshield wiper with your knees side to side. And curl yourself back up to a seat. We'll do a forward fold for a counter stretch. Inhale, reach the arms. And exhale, bow. Lift the spine. We'll pull the right foot in. Keep it on the right side today. We'll hug with the left arm. Bring the right hand behind us for spinal twist. Maybe you can drop that right ear towards the shoulder. And release any last tension there through the neck. And release this side. And pull your left knee in. Hug with the right arm. Left hand behind you. The left ear to left shoulder if you stretch the neck. And release this side. And go ahead and come back down to your back. Take any last poses that you may need. Happy baby might feel nice. If you want to practice your shoulder stand or plow pose, maybe another spinal twist. And then when you're ready, we'll lay all the way down, flat on the back. And start to let your breath just be a natural breath, no more constriction or ujjayi. Just a soft in and out. And Shavasana is a great place to reflect on our edge. And if we were able to obtain that today, if you challenged yourself enough, it should be a lot easier to relax and give yourself this time to be still. In yoga, we want to find this harmony between flexibility and strength. Because we don't want to be over flexible. And a lot of times when we just focus on strength, we lose some of that mobility. So finding that balance between the two, where it just feels good to be in the body. And again, we can enjoy the challenge, enjoy the moment. That's why we come back to the practice, because we enjoy it. We enjoy the way it makes us feel. A deep breath in, fill up the belly, the lungs, the chest. Hold to that full place, and then exhale, let it go. Wiggle fingers and toes. Make your small movements. Take your time to come up whenever you're ready. So hopefully you were able to find that edge for you today. And you can take this practice with you off of your mat into the world, maybe just into your home. It was lovely practicing with you today. Namaste.